Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today, on this New Year's Eve 2022, I thought I would end this year with a bang and show you guys my two most recent knife purchases from my own personal collection. One of them happens to be a rather true unboxing. I've kind of opened the box just to make sure the knife was in there because it was coming from overseas, but I haven't really taken it out and handled it and get a real feel for it yet. So we'll do that. And then I also have another knife that I got in just earlier this week that I really wanted to share as well. So this is kind of more of a overview, I guess. We're technically going to do an unboxing style of it, but really happy with this one as well. So we're going to get right into this. One box is right here, very small little simple box. And the other one, the boy coming from overseas. I don't want to say the country because that might give it away, but as you can see, DHL packed, so it came from far away. First, let's hop into this one though. And this is one that I am very excited about. I already have the original model of this knife for the first production run of this model. But this is it's the same model, but it's been tweaked. It's had some things added to it, and I got a very special edition that I'm very excited to share with you all because there's a couple firsts with this knife for me that I was very excited to get in hand. This run took a while because there was some issues that came up, and the designer handled it extremely well and was very open in communication throughout the entire process. So I would highly recommend doing business with this gentleman. And this here is the Varga Knives VBR, and I believe this is the Gen 3, or the Mark III Gen 3. And as you can see, I have a very special edition here. This is bronze snakeskin carbon fiber, as well as Damasteel. Now the first, the two firsts for me, I have never owned a knife with snakeskin carbon fiber handle, which I am very happy to finally have. And I've also never owned a Damasteel blade. First time here. And the action on this guy is absolutely phenomenal. It's actually better than my original VBR that I have in terms of just smoothness and action. And my original VBR got Knife of the Year for, I believe 2021 Knife of the Year. So yeah, this is better than that one. That's kind of mind-blowing, but it still has the same incredible hand-hugging ergos. One of the most comfortable knives in my collection, and now it looks so premium. I was really happy to get the PVD bolsters. I think that looks phenomenal. The clip is slightly different, has a little extra line there, a little more design lines on that clip. And I really love how this bronze snakeskin carbon fiber turned out. It's very nice, pretty much flawless. I don't feel any pitting, any blemishes, anything in the handle other than just smoothness and some very attractive looks from that bronze that's mixed in there. That actually might be copper or bronze. Where's the box here? It says snakeskin. Okay, doesn't exactly specify what material it is. It's either bronze or copper, but either way, it's gorgeous. I think it's bronze, but yeah, I love this knife so much. And as you can see, this one has thumb studs that work great. This is still one of the best examples of a Riot built knife you can get. I said that with the first one, and as you can see, it's a decent sized knife. Let's do a couple quick size comparisons with just the knives I have laying around that I think give a lot of people a pretty good idea of the size of this knife. This is a Hogue Deca. As you can see, it's considerably bigger than that. And then the Kaiser Escort, my 2022 Knife of the Year, and it's actually considerably bigger than the Escort. But as you can see, it's a big knife. It is a pretty big knife, and it is very hand-filling. It's going to feel comfortable for a lot of people just because of the shape of that handle and all the smooth lines with a great choil. This is a phenomenal knife. Now, obviously, this one here, I believe, I don't even remember the price, but with the Damasteel and the carbon fiber, Damasteel especially, I think the carbon fiber didn't really change the price, but the Damasteel did. I want to say this was somewhere in like the $590-ish range, I believe. So not cheap, but I really did want to check out a Damasteel blade. really happy to have this one in my collection. I don't think this one's going anywhere. I really, really like the way everything comes together. I like all the dark tones on the handle, and then the extra, of course, amazingness from the Damasteel on the blade. It looks great. Pretty happy with it. This is the thing about Damasteel, like certain areas like right here, I feel like they don't quite go with the rest of the pattern, but that's what you get with Damasteel. Like, you don't know what you're getting until you have it. But overall, I am happy. I think the show side looks slightly better than the lock bar side, but regardless, it's a beautiful blade. It's a beautiful design. This is the Mark Varga VBR, Varga Knives VBR, Gen 3 or Mark 3. Give Mark a follow on Instagram. I'll have his information linked below. Definitely check him out because he is definitely someone worth following in the community. He's one of the better guys to do business with. He's very great with his communication. He's very understanding of any problems that come up. And he just makes for a very, very satisfying and enjoyable transaction. So excellent, excellent knife here. Couldn't be happier to add this one to the collection. The Varga Knives VBR Gen 3 or Mark 3. Very, very nice. Keep an eye out for these. I think there's going to be some more for sale. There may even be a small amount hitting a couple select retailers. I don't know for sure though. I'm kind of going off what I thought I heard, which is not always true when you hear it from the grapevine. So best way to figure out anything about these is to follow Mark on Instagram and follow him for updates. But yeah, this is definitely one worth checking out. It is just great. Now, let's get into the other one. And I have to admit, as much as I love this knife and as happy as I am to have this knife, I was slightly more excited for this other one because I kind of knew, I had a really good idea of what I was getting with this one. I knew I was going to really love it. I knew everything was going to be on point. And then this one here is more just what I heard. I don't have any experience with this brand or this maker. I'm a little nervous here because, again, I've only looked at it. I haven't handled it. The action is going to be very important on this one. We'll start tearing into it here if I can. Let's see here. So this is one I've heard out from a lot of people about. I don't think there's been a whole lot of reviews on it. I shouldn't say that because I guess I haven't really done a whole lot of research to see how many people have handled this and reviewed it. I've seen a couple people do some reviews of it. But I don't know how much presence, how much video time it has on YouTube. So, give you guys one more opinion on this right here. And it's been compared to Chris Reeve. So that right there says a lot about it. But it's also shown as like kind of like a little better value compared to Chris Reeve. Again, everything that I've heard, we'll have to just see, and I'll let you guys know here. I'm really happy. They packaged this really well. This was a very, very safe wrapped package. And you can maybe see it now. Here we have the Arnaud Bernard Knives I Mamba. And as you can see, this is a gorgeous looking knife. And the version I got, let's see what else comes in here first. Kind of just the card, Hi Mamba. There's the, it kind of gave away my version, but there you go. There's that. And then we have a hank that came with it. And the hank is, really, really soft on this side. Really nice. Nice hank. I have to admit, I'm not the biggest fan of hanks. I don't carry them a lot. Maybe that'll change. Who knows? But we have an elephant and alligator. That's kind of cool. Frank Hanks. And let's take a look at this. Look at this. So this right here is as far as I got. I have not pulled it out of the box. Let's do that. One of the first things I'm going to do, whether some people agree with it or not, is cut this lanyard off. Because this lanyard doesn't, the lanyard doesn't do it for me. But that's no surprise to anybody, I don't think. But look at this. Gold snakeskin carbon fiber. My second knife with snakeskin. Man. This looks great. Love the size of this. I can already tell the level of fit and finish from what I'm seeing and feeling is top notch. These inlays, the quality of the inlays and how they look and the precision. Let's get as close as we can without getting blurry. The precision here is very impressive. As you look around the kind of the inlay lines here, it's very, very clean. Very clean. Let's do a first flip here. Oh man, that was very smooth. Very, very smooth. And as you can see here, we have kind of a mirror polish finish on this. It's not a complete mirror polish because you can still see the grind lines, but I kind of like that too because those slight grind lines will help with a little of the marks and wear you get on it from cutting things, because this is definitely a blade that unfortunately is going to get marred up as you use it. And I do intend to use this. This was actually a very, very impressive price for what this is. I believe this came in around $550. I think it was $550 or $5. I'll have everything linked below. But yes, this is for the price and the fact that this is made in South Africa, and it's kind of that Chris Reeve level of manufacturing to where it's not a full custom, but it's kind of like, I would call it a mid-tech, but I don't know exactly the process of, I haven't done a lot of research. Ooh, that's smooth too, of Arnold Bernard and just exactly their manufacturing process. But from what I'm understanding off the very light reading and research I've done, because I don't exactly have all the time in the world, it seems like they do a lot of in-house work. So while it's not a full-blown production because it's not, that's made by one person in one little shop, it's definitely kind of somewhere in between. Like, it's like a high-end mid-tech. Yeah, I'm going to give another review on this where I'll have more information on that. This is basically just the unboxing because I haven't really done a lot of research into this. I wanted to actually get it in hand first, and I'm very, very, very happy with what I'm seeing and holding so far. It feels great. It looks absolutely amazing. I am so happy with how this turned out. I was nervous about this one. I really was, because that's a lot of money for anybody. And for me, it's, of course, a lot of money as well. So, yeah, that is stupid smooth. So the very first impression is, I have to admit, just based off the feel and kind of just what the vibes I'm getting from it right now, I do kind of get the feeling of like a Chris Reeve on bearings. Because as you can see, the blade centering, perfect. Absolutely perfect blade centering. And look at the handles, look at the clip. That is such a nice clip. 3D milled, hidden screw. The screws that you can see are nice and hefty screws that you don't have to worry about stripping. This is one solid, well-built knife. Another thing I like to do a lot is look up here in the kind of just the level of precision around. You have fully caged bearings that are nice and hidden to where it's going to be a lot harder for gunk to get in there and mess with the bearings. This is, I'm assuming this is maybe the serial number? What does that say there? 22-358. Oh, this is a looker, guys. This is a looker, and it's definitely going to be not a heavy user. I'll be honest, I don't plan on using this knife very hard, but it will get used. It will get carried and get appreciated. It has a good home. Take my word for that. Oh, this is so good. Very, very smooth action. This is the closest thing to like glassy action with bearings that I've come across so far. You break that lock as you move this. There's just no absolute, it's so smooth. Very, very smooth. Very impressed with this. Really excited to bring you guys a full review of this. They're kind of tricky to get a hold of. Arnold Bernard does like random releases on their website. I think that right now they're kind of going on like as they're caught up basis, like they don't want to get too far behind. So they're kind of just making knives available as they get caught up. I did have to pre-order this one, so I had to wait a little while to actually get it, but could not be happier. Well worth the wait. Oh, it's a light knife too. Man, for the size of this knife, this is very, very nice weight. Extremely well balanced. Oh, that's good. That's very, very good. And I could not think of a better way to end this year than adding these two bangers to my collection. And on that note, I would like to ask you guys, which one of these knives get your attention the most? Which one do you think is one you'd like to add to your collection? Most importantly, I want to thank you guys for another fantastic year of support. The channel's grown. I've met new people. I've met new manufacturers and brands. I'm getting myself out there more. It's been a great year. The channel is growing as much as I want it to, and I have you guys to thank for that. So thank you all very, very much for your support. I hope you all have a very happy, safe, and healthy new year ahead. I look forward to bringing you guys a lot more content. Really hope you enjoyed this one, and until the next one, I'm out.